Good morning. I'm going to turn this around. I wanted you to wake up to see the ocean this morning with me. It's good to be back here on Monday morning, and I will catch you up. How about that? Let me see if I can get some. How about if I do this and this? Now, I can't see you, but maybe you can see me. Um, so, for those of you that are my super duper followers, catching you up, we bought our tickets to fly to Ghana in February, and we called the airlines 3 days before we left. We also talked to the nationals over there, Pastor Emmanuel and Pastor Moses, and we were told that the country was wide open. So we drove to the DC airport. Let me put that so it's not quite moving so much. We drove to the DC airport, and when I went in, of course, we're premier flyers because we have a lot of miles. Not that we're special, but God takes care of you when you do His work. The gentleman came over because I put my passport in, made a funny noise. Then I put my husband's in, it made a funny noise. So I took them out and I put them both back in again, and it still did. So the gentleman came over and he said, let me help you. And he asked me for my vaccination card. And I said, sir, I don't have one. I'm not vaccinated. And he jumped back about 3 feet. He said, I've never met anybody not vaccinated. And I said, well, let me clarify. I said, my husband and I are extremely vaccinated. I mean, our yellow card is probably 12 inches long and filled up. Because, of course, you have to have yellow fever, and we've been in 20 countries, so we've had a lot of vaccines. So then I explained myself. Oh, we've been vaccinated, sir. We just haven't taken the COVID jab. And he said, well, in order to enter into the country of Ghana, you have to be fully vaccinated, which is at least 2 shots having been done 14 days ago. And I said, sir, you need to check because I called your agents 3 days ago and they said the country was wide open. And he came back from talking to his supervisor and he said, nope, not open. And so he said, I can't allow you to board the plane because if you get off, you'll be quarantined in a federal facility at your own expense for 10 days, at which time you'll be asked if you want to take the shot and you'll be quarantined 14 more days and administered 2 vaccines, a vaccine and a booster. And I said, I'm not willing to do that. And he said, well, then we can't let you on the plane. So I called my hubs, and he was parking the car, as we usually do. He drops me off. I tag the luggage and get our tickets at the ticket counter and, have his identifications and everything. I called him and I said, have you parked the car yet? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, go back and get it. We're leaving. They won't let us fly. And he was so calm. You got to love apostles. Okay. And so I explained to him, and he said, well, that's God. God's taking care of us, whatever it is. We've got to trust Him. Well, as a prophet and seeing ahead and having worked so very hard, had already started my malaria medications, had already cleared my calendar, which is in itself an acrobatic event. I was very disappointed, and my pastoral heart was just squeezed to the point of tears because I didn't know how I was going to tell my students in Ghana, I'm sorry, we can't come present you personally with your diplomas and have a graduation ceremony. So I was devastated. So I didn't talk much on the way home. He even bribed me with food. Hey, babe, you want something to eat and make you feel better? And usually food, especially ice cream, will do that, but it didn't really do that. So anyway, we headed home. And it took me about 24 hours to really get my bearings together and talk to the Lord and, pray in my spiritual language and talk to Daddy God about the situation. And then I was okay. And it just so happens that years ago, when my stepfather was alive, he had 3 condos. One around Mother's Day, because he knew that there'd be nobody here at the beach because of Mother's Day. One in September when school started, and then one in the pit of winter. So, of course, you all know I go to the condo in September. And a friend of mine bought the one our family owned in May. And she didn't want to tell me, but it was during my trip to Ghana. So she um, just had to let it go, sell it, or do the best she could. Well, when I called her and said, hey, our trip was canceled, please pray for the news to be broken to the Ghanans in the Bible college that they can take the news and we can reschedule later. She goes, yay, you can go to Daytona. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. She said, I didn't calculate the 21st week of the year, and it was while you were in Ghana. So I was just trying to get rid of it, and I wasn't able to sell it, so we can go to Daytona. And I was like, can I just not realize Daddy knows best? So that's why I titled today, Daddy Knows Best. Daddy knows best. And so then I get this phone call from Pastor Emmanuel, and he says that as of April, I think 20 something until June 20 something, they've been experiencing blackouts in Ghana. And so he said, Mommy, it's blackout now here in Ghana. And there's been blackouts, every day in Ghana. And so would I rather be at Daytona, Daddy God, or would I rather be in Ghana with a blackout? You're right. I would rather be here. And so today, if you're having disappointments and you're having discouragements and you feel like, things aren't working out, trust Daddy God, because he really does know best. I believe in you, and you need to believe in yourself. And now the issue will be, how do I find out how to turn off this thing? Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.